Good afternoon, you guys.
Welcome back to Real Talk with SLR.
How are you guys doing today?
Well, I'm feeling good. How about you, baby? You've been the one that's been under the weather lately.
I feel 1,000 times better. I actually feel really, really good and very energized and ready to get it today. Tomorrow.
Well, that's good because Gary was down and out for, like 3 days. Him and Abe, they were both down.
Yep. That cold, the change of the season and everything was something else. You know, it always happens though. It always happens.
Yep.
And it never fails. One of us, one way or another, will get sick due to the change of the season. And it sucks, but at the same time, I'm glad it's over with.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Because now I shouldn't get sick for the rest of the season.
Let's hope. We're going to keep you all vitamin up, keep you resting.
I tend to be all right for the most part, you know. I mean,
it's usually me.
It's every now and then. It tends to always be around the cold time. You know, where it's like, oh, here you go, Gary. There it is.
You get sick in the fall and then again in the spring.
Yeah.
So again, the change of season time, right?
No. Yeah. No, the spark of all the allergies to the spark of all the cold. And
probably didn't help either that you were out there with that mower just getting it too, mowing down all that ragweed.
Man. Now, to all you guys that are out there like, man, you're going to kill that mower. It's all right. All right. I know a guy that likes to work on things like that.
Yeah, I might know a guy too. It doesn't mean you got to kill it though. It doesn't mean you got to kill it.
No, but at the same time, like, it's sure the heck beats changing the weed string, like the weed eater string, like, you know, 100 times, or getting clogged up because you're just taking out that thick of a brush, and then or even the saw blade not working right, or it definitely gets it.
It does.
I've already I have tinged some rocks, tinged some things in there to where it's not, you know, you weren't expecting it, where it's like, it's sort of expected in tall grass like that, where you can't see the bottom. And that's another reason why, though, that we didn't feed the chickens with the scraps, is because you know how much trash I ran over with that thing?
Yeah, there was quite a bit. From the dogs, you know, before we had the dumpsters, they'd go through the bags and then they'd string it around. We'd do our very best at keeping the property picked up, you know.
Coyotes, raccoons, possum, you name it, you know. I mean, it gets strung around here and there, but now that it's manageable, I can do that. Yeah. You know, I can see what's there and I can pick it up before I mow. Whereas before it was like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah,
that would be a chore in itself of trying to figure it out. It'd take days.
It was deep in there, but the property is surely looking so much better. Gary even after he started feeling better, because he was starting to go a little stir crazy. He actually went out a second time and mowed a bunch of stuff. He just was getting it though. He figured you guys didn't want two mowing videos, so we just let him go and get it. And this weekend too, because Gary started feeling better pretty much like Friday night. He started feeling a little bit better. And we had plans with everyone for Saturday, and we didn't want to let the kids down. And Gary started feeling better on Saturday. And we went to the pumpkin patch and we did all the fall things. We got us some pumpkins. In fact, we got some jack-o'-lanterns. We carved them last night. We did that with the kiddos.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was definitely challenging, as it is with kids, you know, trying to help them out as much as you can and do all that fun stuff with them. Even us adults had hard times trying to carve them. But it was a fun time. That was good.
It was a great time. It was all the fall stuff that we wanted, right? We got to go down. The kids got to do the bounce house thing. We got to pick a pumpkin, some sack races, potato tossing.
It was a good old-fashioned pumpkin patch, you know, a hayride.
I got family photos in. Yay! The fall family photos. So, check off my old to-do list, which made me very happy.
But however, I feel like that was the day. You know, me and Abe were feeling great. Yeah. But I feel like that was the day that Julia, unfortunately, started feeling a little under the weather.
Yes. It's kind of hopscotching around and back and forth. I'm trying my best. I'm still, again, vitamins, sleep. I haven't caught it yet. Let's hope that I don't. There's no wood around here. Let me go knock on this wood over here. Knockity knock knock.
Yep.
Let's hope that I don't catch it because I usually always am the one. But yeah, Julia is homesick today. So it's one kid or another. Let's hope me and Scarlett don't end up with it, right? Because then...
I'm hoping. Yeah. I was checking Scarlett's temp. I was like, man.
Yeah.
Please don't. Please don't.
No, she's bright-eyed and
she's good.
Fine. She's great. I'm great too. And I did all the changing of the bed sheets and all that stuff, so that way, you know, the germs can get on with it.
It's the change of the season, though. But
it was a wonderful weekend, guys. And then yesterday was Sunday, and Gary was itching to get out that mower again, so that's what he did yesterday.
Yep.
And
now today we are back at it.
Yep.
I'm good to go. She's good to go. She actually came back from a hair appointment.
Yes. Yes, I did.
She looked beautiful.
Thanks, babe. No, I got a nice trim because my hair, the water out here is so hard, guys. And some of you were asking if I had dyed it like a week or so ago, and I didn't. And Gary was laughing. He's like, isn't that dyeing it? No, I did a color wash. And so what a color wash is essentially it's like a pigmented conditioner, and it's a deep conditioning treatment. And because my hair was so dead, it like locked in on the really old bleached parts and it darkened it, but it was already starting to wash out and go red again. So I had this appointment months and months ago, and yeah, so I went to it today, and I spent the morning doing my thing, and I went to the store and I got a few other little things, but yeah, it's not too late right now. It's a little after 10, just to give you guys a time stamp on it. I don't know what time you're going to see this, but it's a little after 10 right now. Yep. And yeah, I've already been to town and back, and we're ready. Yep. We are absolutely ready.
100%. 100%.
So over the weekend too, although we had a great time and Gary got to be feeling a lot better, and we were, moseying around here, spending good quality time with everybody. Gary started going over his numbers and his things, and we're going to have to pivot again. The last time we left off on work, guys, sneak peek, we were working on these, and we were getting all of these brackets in place and good to go. And we were talking about how we were going to have to take this wood, and we were figuring out how we were going to chop it. Well, spoiler alert, Gary figured out how he was going to chop it because it's in 2 pieces now, right? So where we left off... I
couldn't help myself. It was, I already had it all marked out. It was sitting here. It was waiting, and that was when Melanie found me working outside when I was sick.
And I was like,
she yelled at me and told me to get back inside. Yeah. So I was like, all right.
So we do have one of these cut, and we were kind of talking over the weekend on how we were going to progress forward today, right? Yep. And originally our plan was we were going to cut all of these, and we were going to get those into place on the block pillars, get them up, and then try to attach them all with, I forget the wording of it, baby. What's the word?
Ledger locks.
There you go. We were going to do that and get it all secured up so that way we can continue on with that. Well, we went over our numbers again, guys, and we're a few boards shy. Well, after all that lumber, we still... Well, I'll let Gary explain it. Go ahead, baby. You tell it.
It's not that we're shy any of the boards. We didn't get some boards of the correct size.
However you want to say it.
It's not that we were shy, really. We just need to get some more lumber. But it's a good thing because when we went to go get them, the 2x10x10s, I had on my list that I needed 75. Well, I only got 60. So that 15 that I needed to go get of the 10-footers aren't going to be the 10-footers. They're going to be the 12-footers. Because that would just give me that extra little bit because I'm off by 3 inches.
Yeah, 3 whole inches.
Son of a gun.
Gotta love it, right? Gotta love it.
So I'm going to, we'll get 2x10x12s and fill in the 15 that I needed of the 2x10x10s, right? And I don't need those. I just need the 2x10x12s, 15 of them.
So all this being said, guys, we are going to have to pivot again. We're going to change our plan because we only essentially have today through Thursday as work days this week. Yep. Excuse me. Frog in my throat. We only essentially have today through Thursday as work days this week because the boys have a big fishing trip planned with Ridge Life, Anthony, Come On, Mike, and Gary, right? So they're all getting together and they're going on like this trout fishing trip, and it's going to be a great time, a man's weekend. So, but they're leaving
looking forward
Friday. So that means that me and Gary only have today through Thursday to get any like real progress and work done. And I was talking to Gary. I'm like, well, shoot, if we need some extra boards, that's a whole nother trip to town. That's going to take up like a whole day. Like what progress are we really going to be able to make on that if we're spending our time driving into town, coming back, doing this? So Gary and I, long story short, we decided we're going to pivot our plan. We're not going to work on these today, but we are going to work because we have all of that wood and all that stuff waiting on us. And as you guys know, we've been hopscotching from, 2 different projects right now, the kids' playhouse and the deck.
Yes.
So we decided we're going to spend the next 3 or 4 days, today, I guess 4 days if you can include today, working on the playhouse area. So you want to go walk over there and tell them what we got to do?
Yeah. I'll talk to you guys on the way over there on why we are also pivoting.
Yeah.
Because, like she was saying, we have to sort of put these posts in here. And we can't really adhere them because we still have to get them to size. We have to put up that band board up there. And I want to block in between those joists. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys should have done that before you guys put the zip board in. Well, I knew I was going to have to do it. We also were fighting the weather and wanted to get into that basement a lot sooner. So I ixnayed doing that.
And then as soon as we got into the basement, that's when I got really sick with shingles and I was down for about 2 months. And then
I was hoping to get it done in between that time, but it didn't happen. Yeah. It's all right. Well, we're going to go in there and block in between it so we can do the correct spacing and the correct everything for the band board and get that thing adhered to the house correctly. Because that's my... I want it done right, and I want it done a little bit beefier than it probably should be, per se.
You don't say. You don't say.
That's just my fault. But all the boards in the back of the truck are for the playhouse, except for these 16-footers.
Yeah, the big boys.
Which those are for the 45 kickers coming off that way. So, and I know I'm only going to need like maybe 14, 13 feet, but you can't really get 14 footers. It's 12 or 16. So I just said, all right, I'll buy some 16s.
Isn't there some that are in here for the playhouse too, or not?
Yeah, there is or no.
No, it's all in the back of this.
Well, the only thing that's in here is these right here, the 6x6, 8 posts. These guys. So the only thing, all of these right here are for the playhouse, minus the 16-footers, which we can pull that out and just set it on the trailer. And we can go take off and go get another 15. Yeah. And keep on working on that. So.
But I think what we're going to do, guys, is we're just going to pull those out today. And then we'll work with what we already have here on site. Because, again, going into town is not just an easy, let me just go into town. At least if we're going to Booneville, like our local town, yeah, that's easy. Sure. We can go in town, snatch, and come back. Yep. But if we have to go to Fort Smith, that day is spoken for pretty much. Yep. Forget it. Like, there's nothing else.
No, exactly. And that's where it's like we want to be able to, if we're doing that, then I want to be able to do more than one thing, and we definitely saved a lot more money going into town and buying this lumber than going to S&W. Sorry, Doug.
Yeah, we love you, Doug.
Love you, buddy.
We will always buy lumber through you.
I already know Doug understands.
Yeah, no. So the way that it works with those local mom and pop places and stuff, and just any other smaller business, they order it and they get it at a certain price, and then they have to have their profit margins, just like every other store. And what they purchase it at is what they have to sell it at. Correct. Where the big box stores, they can run different deals and they can sell it cheaper and stuff. And we were actually able to save, it was like $4 a board by going into town to Home Depot. And no, they were not going to be able to deliver it to us without it being very, very expensive. Yeah. And then if they were to deliver it to us, then we again would have needed the forklift. If they didn't
have a forklift, then it would have been
we would have still been manualing it, and it would have been 40 more boards than what they put on there. So, I mean, either way, Gary and I always try to think about all of the stuff before we make the decisions that we make. But never have I ever in my history or lifetime of going to Home Depot or Lowe's, have they ever ever been a personal shopper for me and loaded up the lumber. That's just not a thing that they do. If they do that where you're at, I mean, good for you, but we lived in Las Vegas.
You found the holy grail of a Home Depot or a Lowe's.
Yeah.
And
because that's just not how it is.
I've never seen it. I've gotten bricks from them too before.
Yeah.
I've asked them for help, like, hey, can you guys help me load? And they're like, no.
Yeah.
That's not what we do.
Are you getting a pallet? Because if so, then I'll get the forklift over here. If not, then...
Are you getting everything on that pallet? Or are you getting, like, even if it's a split pallet, if you know, I've done that, and they'll do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no. If it's only a little bit, they ain't doing it.
And I'll say this, though, too. I personally, and I know Gary feels the exact same way, we'd rather go and pick our own lumber, too, because you know darn well that if we tell them we want 10 of this size, they're just going to go grab the first 10.
Correct.
They're not going to make sure that they're not crooked, that they're not split, that they're not full of knots. They're just going to grab the first 10, and that's what you get. Where if we go and pick it out, we can make sure that it's straight. That's not full of knots.
Super crowned. It's not,
you know,
crazy looking. Yeah. It is what it is, you know.
Yeah. And again, I am very happy with the customer service that they provided us at Home Depot. I am very happy with
for it.
All of the relationships that we have built with these different department stores and also the mom and pop stores and stuff. I have zero complaints. No. Not bashing anyone at all. I'm just kind of that has never been our experience to have them come. I was shocked reading the comment.
I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, what are you guys
and it wasn't, you know, just one. It was multiple.
Yeah,
I was like,
so many people were saying that.
I'm surprised that you guys, what?
Yeah, like, where? When? Anyways, let's neither here nor there today. Today, we're going to be working down over here by the kids' playhouse area. This stuff looks pretty cured to me. These form boards are about ready to get knocked out of here.
Yep. It's cured. This is ready. Game plan is we'll start on these 3. We'll get these pillars in and where they need to be. And then we'll work on back, get these in where they need to go. And yeah, it should be pretty straightforward. Yeah. This is not crazy complicated or anything. The most crazy complicated thing was stair-stepping this
and
up.
Getting it all super leveled and where it needed to be at.
Correct. Because this is the point where it's going to be like, did we get it?
Where do you think we're going to be at by the end of the week over here, baby? What's our goal for the end of the week over here? What's it going to look like?
Man, I have a feeling.
I'm just wondering what you're thinking. And we could check back at the end of the week.
I have a feeling, to be quite honest, that this whole area is going to be decked, floored, good to go to build on up.
Yeah, no walls because we don't have the lumber for that yet, too, right?
Correct.
We need the 2x4s.
I need to go get some 2x4s for that.
But we'll have everything to have it platformed, and then like the deck and the flooring to be able to do the walls.
Correct. We should have enough material here on hand to do it all, and it's not going to be as complicated or crazy as the deck system because of the way that the deck system over there is designed. And the way it is over there, unfortunately. It'd be a lot easier if I squared off the top of the deck completely of where the pillars are.
Man, and I want to work on the house decking too, but I just, for the timing wise and for what we have going on this week with you, with your trip and stuff like that, I just don't see us, and the fact that we need those other boards, I just don't see us being able to use our time super wisely. And then I think it would make videos super chaotic for everyone watching if we were to do I think we should just focus on one area this week. And then you come back from your trip, and then we'll focus on the other area, and then we could focus on that area next week. I will say, guys, I got some footage in the can, so to speak, for what I'm going to try to whip out and put out for you guys tomorrow. It's going to have the footage of what Gary and we were up to before he got sick, and then I'm going to add in what we do today. Now I'm going to try my best to combine the footage and put it out for you guys tomorrow. That's my plan. And then we're going to work all week, and I should have something else for you guys towards the end of the week. Maybe I'll do dailies. I don't know. It just depends on how each day flows.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on how the days, it depends on how it flows and stuff, guys. But you guys will get kind of a hodgepodge tomorrow because we'll be working on the decking area, and then we're going to go skeet skirt
Yep.
over here.
I have a feeling this is going to go a lot quicker than what you're anticipating, as well as what I'm anticipating.
Well,
just
wood always does, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's just the way that I've got it imagined in my brain.
Imagine.
It is super simplistic.
Okay.
So, I'm just saying.
Okay.
The biggest thing, that hurdle of this whole thing, like I said, was the concrete. The next one is going to be notching out the posts exactly how I want it.
Yeah.
But I also have a chainsaw, so I have a feeling it's going to go by pretty quick.
We're going to try to, when we take these form boards off, we're going to try to salvage them, though, and set them off to the side.
Correct.
Because these form boards are what we're going to use in the same boards, same shape. We're not going to take them apart. We're just going to try to get them off.
Yep.
And we're going to save them off to the side because that's what's going to be used in the front for the mud room. But again, how Gary had explained, we need the dirt delivery over here, and we're going to need to get Uber over here, and I don't think any of that is happening until after the boys trip.
Correct.
So there's that.
So we're going to work with what we got,
yeah,
and get a lot done.
Yep.
In the meantime.
Yeah. And today's going to be a really good day.
Yeah, I really hope you guys have a good day.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. I hope you guys are feeling good.
Yeah.
And if any of you guys are feeling under the weather, we truly hope that you will feel better.
Yes.
And get better soon. To go out there and tackle the day's journeys ahead.
Yes.
Because we do know we have one heck of a journey ahead of us.
Yeah. We're trying to keep it all straight, guys. Trying to keep it all straight. But day by day, little by little, we're going to get there. We're going to get there, friends, together.
Yes.
And I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We're going to go in and grab some tools, check on Julia, grab us a drink, and then we're going to start this day.
Let's get it.
So I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Hopefully new video on Simple Life tomorrow. Notifications turned on. We will be back with a new episode here on Real Talk for you guys tomorrow. Maybe a little earlier because today I had to go to town anyway. But until the next one, friends, as usual, we love y'all and we hope you have a good one.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye, you guys.
Later.